What's your Tyler is back with the second Hotel Transylvania movie review. So we're gonna get done with the third one, and that's it for the Halloween movie reviews. That will be on Halloween itself. So yeah, it's actually a continuation of the first one now, and that's actually a good thing to hear. Anyways, the release date was on the United States here was September 25th, 2015. So yeah, there'll be a third one in 3 years later. So anyway, sometime after the events of the first film, Martha and Johnny are finally married. The arrival of her father, Count Dracula, a year after the wedding, Martha reveals to Drac that she is pregnant and later gives a birth to a baby boy, whom the couple named Dennis, nicknamed Desperate by Dracula. Yeah. As Dennis' 5th birthday nears, he has yet grown his fangs, and Drac worries that his grandson may not gain vampire powers. Yeah, this was so funny, actually. Her Notably, the peril dangers her son might face living in Transylvania, Martha starts considering moving to Johnny's hometown in Santa Clara, California, in order to give Dennis a more normal childhood, much to Drac's disapproval. Drac tells Johnny, who does not want to leave the hotel either, to bring Martha to California to visit his parents, Mike and Linda, but to make sure to keep her distance so that she will not move, leaving Drac babysit Dennis. Considering that Dennis is a late figure, Drac inspiring his friends Frank, Wayne, Griffin, Murray, and Blobby to help train Dennis to become a monster, but everyone attempts to some of their tries failed. Drac and the gang then go to Camp Windward, Drac's childhood summer camp, only to see away after Drac finds out that the camp has much safer and child-friendly. Drac attempts to hurl Dennis from a tall, unstable tower to pursue the boy's transformation into a bat, but he fails to transform, and Drac falls down and rescues him at the last second. Afterwards, Frank ends up losing the tower and collapses onto the campfire, setting both the tower and the screaming Frank on fire as he runs through all the buildings, settling the entire camp on fire. Yeah, that did happen. Oh, God. I'm only 4 minutes in and we're halfway through it. Meanwhile, in California, Marva enjoys exploring the more human world when the couple arrives at Mike and Linda's house. Linda unsuccessfully attempts to make Martha feel more comfortable by covering her room with spooky Halloween decorations and invite other monster/human couple over, feeling like a stranger. Marva retreats up to the roof, and Johnny tells her that if they stay together, Dennis will live normally, pressuring her to stay at the hotel. However, Johnny discovered a video on YouTube, which is, we're going to see this, all my videos and my other ones on my secondary channel. Johnny discovers a video of Dennis falling that was filmed by a campers, and he and a furious Marfa goes back to Transylvania with Drac and his friends reaching the hotel. At the same time, Marfa confronts her father for putting Dennis in a grave danger and failing to attempt to him as a human and shows him a pop music remix, probably of Dennis in Danger. And Drac arguing with the stuff. Marfa says that they will move out of the hotel after Dennis' birthday party. That night before the party, Drac hosts Johnny's family and finds out that Marfa invites his father, Vlad. No, not the... It's the same name from the Danny Phantom series, but it's a vampire. As Vlad is more hateful of humans than he was. Drac tells Johnny to have his family disguise themselves as monsters. The next day, Vlad arrives with his monstrous bats like Serva Blower, or whatever his name is, and meets Dennis for the first time, believes that fear will cause Dennis freaking fangs to sport out. Vlad proposed a stage performance named Brandon, dressed as Dennis' favorite TV monster, Kaylee, to scare him, but Drac sealed his frightness garden at the last moment, breaking Vlad's hold over the performer. Marfa mistakenly believed that Drac was responsible for the ruse, and while the family argue about whether or not Dennis can be happy in California, in Gloat Rendering, Dennis fills the hotel and the entire forest with Wayne and Winnie's daughter, her Winnie, womb. He will crush on it too. Irate with Vlad, Johnny and his family expose themselves, and an irate Vlad reprimands Drac for attempting humans. Upon hearing that Dennis is a human, Blah attacks him and Winnie in their treehouse and abandons them when Lee injure Wayne and Winnie, and them threaten to destroy the hotel. Dennis' anger caused him to instantly grow his fangs and teleport his vampire ability, and he bashes up Blah. A furious but defeated Blah calls in his giant bats minions, but Drac, Johnny, Marfa, Dennis, and the rest of the monsters team up to defeat Blah's minions and drive them away, while Blah is shrinking by Vlad, who has been won over by Drac's claim that humans now coexist peacefully. With Dennis finally embrace his vampire ability, Johnny and Marfa decide to continue raising him in Transylvania, and they resume the party with his friends and family. So it was a happy ending, which we'll get to the third one. The third meaningful one, actually, because I hadn't seen the fourth one, but we're only talking about the first three, actually. So this was a really good sequel. I give it an A. So that means we're going to finish up with this one. I might do another action figure thing, segments that I want to do for first, because I want to do the action figure match on Halloween. I won't tell you what it is, but yeah. So next up we're going to talk about is Hotel Transylvania 3. And so tomorrow, episode 5, my What Is, will be the Becky Lynch episode, so we'll get to that one. And then Halloween itself, with Hotel Transylvania 3, and we'll get to, after all that, next month we're going to talk about Survivor Series on my secondary channel. So yeah, like this, comment, and subscribe to my main channel and my secondary channel for more videos of this. So there. Bye-bye.